This November, voters will cast their ballots in the 2023 vote-by-mail Rockville election. There are 14 candidates, 2 mayoral candidates, and 12 council candidates. Registered Rockville voters will cast their ballots for 1 mayor and 6 council members. Rockville 11 wants you to be informed before you vote with this Meet the Candidates Rockville Election Special. So let's get into it. We begin with the candidates for Rockville City Council. All 12 certified City Council candidates were given an invitation to prepare and record a statement to give voters a chance to learn more about their platforms. 11 City Council candidates accepted our invite, and we will present those statements right now in alphabetical order. We begin with the first 4 City Council candidates.
Hello, Rockville. My name is Daniel Belay, and I'm running to represent our great city as a leader, problem solver, and voice on the City Council. I have lived in Rockville for close to 5 years, and during this time, I've had a great opportunity getting to know many in the community. There will be various issues to discuss, such as affordable housing, education, and taking a closer look at the city budget to support a thriving Rockville. My experiences include time spent on the City Board of Supervisors of Elections and 4 years of federal government service. I am running on the pillars of effective community policing, supporting Rockville businesses, supporting our youth in the community, and investing in Rockville's critical infrastructure and public lands. Another key piece to my agenda will be to make sure that everyone in the community has a voice, and that as City Council member, there will be accountability and balance. I ask for your vote on November 7th so that we can start focusing on bringing in a new era of policies that will benefit Rockville for years to come. We should all find ways to learn from each other to make Rockville better. Thank you.
My name is Kate Fulton, and I'm running for City Council because I believe Rockville is a wonderful place to live. But for our city to stay safe, vibrant, sustainable, and attainable, we need policymakers to make sound, future-focused decisions. I'm qualified and committed to do just that. I have been fortunate to raise my family and build community in Rockville since 2010. We've lived in 3 neighborhoods, attended 2 daycares and 3 schools, and contributed to a variety of city-sponsored and private efforts to improve our community. This includes my current service as vice president in my neighborhood association. Professionally, I've spent nearly 20 years making government work efficiently and effectively for all the people it serves. As a lawyer in private practice and the public sector, I enforced civil rights laws and drafted public policy. As chief operating officer, running the organizations, I was a member of the executive decision-making committees of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the Federal Housing Finance Agency. Now, in a similar role at the Federal Reserve Board, I have proven expertise in making timely policy decisions informed by data, stakeholder input, and my own good judgment, in building partnerships and consensus across government entities, in managing large budgets and judiciously allocating funds to have the greatest impact, and ensuring that immediate needs are met while keeping an eye on the big picture and the future. As council member, I will use these skills as I prioritize, first, inclusive, transparent government. Whether having a say in how tax dollars are spent or knowing in advance that your road is going to be repaved, Rockville can do better at soliciting feedback and sharing information. If elected, I will focus on improving outreach to ensure that all voices are heard and that residents are informed of matters that affect your daily lives. Second, safety and security. I'll focus on crime prevention and safe, connected walkways and roadways, and services that meet the basic needs of vulnerable populations, from children to seniors. Last, economic and environmental sustainability. To continue to thrive, Rockville must create more attainable housing and attract and retain more businesses. At the same time, we must protect our environment and green space. These 2 things are not incompatible. I will advocate for green, transit-oriented development that brings economic opportunity, affordable housing, and walkability to our city. I'm excited to bring my professional experience and skills home to Rockville to give back to this city. I ask for your support and your vote to build a thriving and sustainable city for this and future generations. Thank you.
Greetings, Rockville residents. My name is Richard Gottfried, and once again, I am a candidate for Rockville City Council. To the thousands of voters that voted for me in previous elections, thank you. And I would like to have your vote again. For the voters that may be unfamiliar with me, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself. I grew up in Scarsdale, New York, and was fortunate to attend excellent public schools. In 1990, I moved to Rockville when I decided to pursue a Master of Science in Taxation at Georgetown University. While working full-time as a CFO for a small business, in 2010, I married my wife, Stacy. I'm a certified public accountant with over 30 years of professional experience in leadership positions ranging from the Big Four public accounting firms to large nonprofit organizations to currently owning a tax practice in the city of Rockville. My commitment to civic service began at an early age when I became an Eagle Scout and progressed to serving on boards of directors, including serving as the past president of my neighborhood association and as the past vice president of the Maryland Association of Accounting Tax Professionals. As a result of my professional and civic experience, I learned to cultivate a leadership style that emphasizes finding common ground amongst diverse opinions and stakeholders. In addition, I have established relationships with city, county, and state officials, as well with leaders in business, not-for-profits, and civic organizations. My civic experience in the city of Rockville began 16 years ago in 2007 when I volunteered to serve as the outreach chair, then former treasurer, and eventually the past president of my neighborhood civic association. Before you vote, I'm asking for you to consider what you think that this election is about. I believe that this election is about the following. 1. Maintaining the quality of Rockville's public services and amenities is essential while we redevelop the city for a vibrant future. 2023, Niche.com ranked Rockville as the 8th best place to live in Maryland. Number 2, applying common sense leadership and finding common ground in the decision-making process. During this next term, there'll be a lot of complex issues that will need to be addressed, such as 1. Ensuring that the master plans for the pedestrian, bicycle, and land use are well integrated. 2. Maintaining sustainable budgets that support the city's current and future capital improvements projects. 3. Supporting the green spaces and the environment. 4. Minimizing school overcrowding and traffic congestion while enhancing economic development. In October, I'll be hosting online town hall meetings from 5 to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, for residents to meet and voice opinions. I would be honored to have your vote. Please vote for Richard Gottfried. To learn more about Richard Gottfried, please visit my website, gottfriedforcouncil.com.
I'm Barry Jackson. I'm your neighbor, friend, and a proud member of our community, and I'm running to be your voice on the City Council. I have lived in Rockville for nearly 20 years with my wife and 2 daughters. I have years of experience leading the King Farm Citizens Assembly, working with Rockville's senior community through the neighborhood villages, and working for legislative change at the American Cancer Society, Lance Armstrong Foundation, and AARP. I'm also a farmstead community gardener. In summer, my family is at the pool swimming for the King Farm swim team. Now, our City Council will soon lose many of its most seasoned members. We need a council member who knows our community, the issues, and how to get things done. I have a proven track record of bringing people together, and I'm ready to bring that leadership to the council. There's so much on the line for Rockville, whether it's supporting local schools, investing in public and pedestrian safety, or protecting our neighborhood businesses. There's a lot of work to do, and I'm ready to do it. I will help make our neighborhoods and schools safe. I'll work to make sure people don't spend their entire paycheck on housing. And I will fight for smart growth that fits Rockville's future needs. I know I can't do this alone. I will work with the residents of every neighborhood to bring Rockville together. So this November, I ask that you vote for proven leadership and real results. Learn more at votebarryjackson.com. I humbly ask for your vote.
Here are your next 4 city council candidates.
Good afternoon, Rockville neighbors. Ni hao, taigaho. Buenas tardes, amigo. I am Ricky F. Moy, candidate for Rockville City Council. During the past few months, I've been getting to know the wonderful neighbors across Rockville, from Falls Mead to King Farm, from Wootonsville Park to Twinbrook, through the West End to East Rockville and Lincoln Park. I've met neighbors at your doors, on your streets and parks, and in stores. I've salsa danced a Thursday night away at the Rockville Town Square. I've walked along Maryland 355, biked down West Montgomery Ave with my kids, and visited nearly every dog park with my foster dogs. Along the journey, you've opened your hearts, shared your dreams, your worries, and your stories. Each interaction with my Rockville neighbors strengthened my resolve to step up, to renew the entrepreneurial spirit of a city that has inspired a countless list of cultures to seek a home here. I hope it is clear that I carry myself with honor, courage, and commitment, ethics that I embraced at the U.S. Naval Academy and during my time as a naval officer. Recently, I started attending the Leadership Montgomery's Emerging Leaders Program. Countywide data on disparity in Rockville and across the region shows we have many more positive steps to go forward for equity in law and living conditions. During my time on Rockville's Human Services Advisory Commission, we researched and advocated for strengthening coalitions or collaborations with local nonprofit orgs to address homelessness, mental health awareness, youth and domestic violence, drugs in our neighborhood, and how we support residents that might be affected by fire or flooding. We seek to offer compassion and love amidst the struggle to find more funding. I hereby resolve to hold my actions and decisions accountable to the residents toward rebuilding a trust in the government whose focus is to empower residents, inspire entrepreneurs, improve quality of life for all walks of life, and let Rockville shine like a beacon of hope. Thank you, Rockville neighbors. I am Ricky F. Moy. See you in town.
My name is David Miles. I work as a pediatrician, served active duty in the United States Navy, and for the past 4 years have been serving as one of your Rockville City Council members. And it has been both humbling and one of my greatest honors. And while I have learned and accomplished a great deal over the past 4 years, it is clear to me that we have more work to do. When I ran for this position 4 years ago as a father of a toddler, the reasons were admittedly somewhat selfish. However, those same reasons motivate me today. I wanted to make sure that the streets that my child and I walked along were safe and accessible. I wanted to ensure that we felt safe and were treated fairly. I also wanted to ensure that the city would meaningfully address climate change so that we could leave the planet better than when I found it. And while we have made progress on all those fronts, it has become clear to me that there is more work to do. Thank you for your support 4 years ago. I hope that I may be able to earn your vote once again in this November's election. Thank you.
Greetings, residents and voters of the entire community of the City of Rockville and Montgomery County. My name is Anita Neal Powell, and I'm seeking to become a member of the City of Rockville Council. I am a lifelong resident, a registered voter, a community volunteer, an advocate, and an organizer. I am a graduate of Montgomery County Public Schools, Montgomery College's Nonprofit Leadership Institute, and the University of the District of Columbia. I have studied at Montgomery College and Johns Hopkins University. I started my career in public service in Rockville and served on commissions, boards, committees, and task force to give back to the community, church, city, and county where I grew up. I will continue to use my years of professional leadership experience, volunteer and public service, and direct community engagement to be an advocate for needed change and resources on behalf of the neighborhood, business, and city through all levels of government. My ongoing leadership and contributions to public service have been recognized by community leaders, local and state organizations, and elected officials. One of the many services that I provide to the community is direct hands-on contact to provide services to people who need information, resources, and resolutions. I have spearheaded it and organized community forums, training, and educational programs in the interest of all people. I will continue to learn and attend community, city, local, and governmental programs that will strengthen my knowledge and the ability to assist others to navigate through systems of need. Additionally, it will keep me updated with changes that may impact our community and the city of Rockville. My intent of continuing with these valuable goals is to ensure maintaining direct conversation and building relationships with families. I will continue to listen to the community as a voting member of the Rockville City Council when elected by the voters and exercise my right to cast my vote. The value and principles of these many contexts enable me to be a positive influence and to meet those needs as well as work with my colleagues. I'm asking for your vote because I believe that I am ready to take my professional leadership experience, growth, and vote to the next level of being able to vote on policy that set the standards of our city and issues that have an impact on our families, diverse community and businesses, and the general public. The city is growing, and with that growth comes new problems and needs. Rockville is registered as one of America's leading small cities for work, for play, and for life. Today, I am asking for your vote in the community, and tomorrow I can vote as an elected official on behalf of the voice of all people. Thank you.
Hello, Rockville. My name is Paul Scott, and I'm asking for your support and vote for me to be elected to the Rockville City Council. My wife and I have lived in the city of Rockville for approximately 7 years. We have 3 grown children that graduated from Richard Montgomery High School, where I previously served on the PTSA as a vice president and a PTSA delegate. And as I always say, go Rockets. I'm currently serving as the vice chair of the King Farm Board of Trustees. I'm also currently a commissioner for the City of Rockville's Transportation and Mobility Commission, and I continue to serve as a board member and the treasurer of the George B. Thomas Learning Academy that has run the Saturday School program in 10 schools for the last 35 years. I have started on this journey because I have a vision of what a sense of community can be as we celebrate that the City of Rockville is ranked one of the most diverse areas in the country. This year's election of our mayor and city council will determine the growth, development, and quality of life for the next 10 years. Decisions will have a generational impact on areas such as land use, transportation, housing, recreation and parks, the environment, and affordability. As Rockville grows and becomes more diverse, it is important that all residents, regardless of their neighborhood, feel engaged and empowered. Our city is conveniently located just 7 miles from Washington, D.C., and is in the heart of Montgomery County. I say we're the heart. This means that we will continue to see and experience rapid change. We all want our local businesses to thrive, but at what cost? Our biggest challenge will be managing this growth. I share your commitment to making sure that our city is safe, walkable, bikeable, and rollable with a strong commercial base and a vibrant cultural scene. Let's work together to keep traffic manageable and make sure all neighborhoods are easily accessible by public transportation. As a leader, I have always prioritized finding the common ground among stakeholders and practical solutions to complex issues. As a member of the Rockville Council, I will continue to prioritize these values with a focus on discovering the right solutions to balance growth and prosperity while preserving the unique character of our city. I look forward to working together and forging a bright future for us all. As our city again continues to grow, I want to ensure that all of our neighborhoods are equally and fairly represented and show that we can live, work, learn, and eat together, that we can discuss and solve the challenges that we will all face, and that we in Rockville can continue to be a model community. I'm asking for your support, and I want us to develop a vision of what we want for Rockville. Let's build our community and show our children and others what a model community is. Rockville, working together as one. Rockville United.
And here are your final 3 City Council candidates who taped their statements.
Hi, Rockville. My name is Isola Shaw, and I am so excited to connect with you. I'm running for Rockville City Council to serve the people. It is my core belief that good policy making is founded in our elected leaders' ability to listen, connect with, and understand the lived experiences and needs of all community members they serve. I am a longtime community leader, policymaker, affordable housing expert, and most of all, a bridge builder. I have a track record of bringing people together from all walks of life to develop policies that benefit us all. For more than 2 decades, I've had the privilege of working at every level of government, from our local to county to state to federal, as well as the private sector. After receiving my master's degree in economic and community development from Johns Hopkins University, I additionally worked with the U.S. government abroad to implement community development projects in 12 African countries. My vision for Rockville is simple yet powerful. I want to ensure that all residents receive quality services they need and have the opportunity to engage in making policies that directly impact their lives. I have the unique ability to break down barriers to civic participation. I served as a commissioner on the Rockville Charter Review Commission. Our city charter is a legal document similar to a constitution that outlines how the city is organized and conducts business, such as holding elections, adopting ordinances, and providing services. I also bring a lived experience of being displaced from my home growing up and understand the consequences of being priced out and housing instability. My belief is that every Rockville resident deserves safe, attainable, stable housing to thrive. During the pandemic, when many Rockville families were financially struggling, I successfully advocated for a temporary hold on rent increases to stop unnecessary evictions and increase homelessness. In Montgomery County, I championed, drafted, and organized communities across lines of difference to successfully achieve the passage of landmark affordable housing legislation. I also led a community coalition in successfully advocating that Montgomery County expand its community engagement practices to more effectively reach underrepresented communities to collect feedback on proposed planning and zoning policies. As a longtime experienced community leader, I am ready to serve Rockville. I will get the job done, deliver quality services, expand civic engagement to ensure effective policy making for the entire city, and build bridges that will create opportunities for all of Rockville.
Hi there, my name is Marissa Valeri, and I want to serve you as one of the next City Council members in Rockville. I will be a council member for all residents in all communities. I will serve you. I will earn your vote through my no-nonsense approach to city governance that includes accountability and transparency. Elected leaders must be accessible and available to everyone. My entire career has been listening to community concerns and solving them. I will bring that expertise and my passion to the council. I have done the work. I am a proven city leader and a trusted voice for the community. As a former president of the Twin Brook Community Association, I learned to navigate tough issues. I was instrumental in bringing the Twin Brook Corridor development to the city and continue to advocate for a pedestrian bicyclist bridge to connect our community divided by railroad tracks. This is a major infrastructure project that is on its way to becoming a reality. I focus on what is important. I am the co-founder and current chair of the Rockville Pedestrian Advocacy Committee. In that role, I fight to make sure Rockville is a safe and enjoyable place for people to walk, roll, or drive. Walkable streets are safer for drivers and bicyclists and good for business. You can learn more about me on my website at www.marissaforcouncil.com. Thank you.
My name is Adam Van Grack, and I am running for the Rockville City Council to give back to the city where I was raised and to make Rockville as safe and successful as it can be now and for generations to come. I have worked on the staff of U.S. Senator Paul Sarbanes, served on the Maryland Juvenile Justice Advisory Council as a governor appointee, and I serve as an active member on the Public Policy Committee of the Rockville Chamber of Commerce. In these positions, I have been a consistent advocate for greater safety in our city and state, for better zoning and infrastructure policies to support our shops and small businesses, and for our environment and green spaces. My priorities for Rockville are: 1, ensuring that the city supports and engages with all neighborhoods. 2, improving public safety and security in our city. 3, enhancing government transparency. 4, reinvigorating Rockville Town Center and stopping wasteful spending with regard to Town Center. And 5, promoting diversity in the city government. I am endorsed by over 15 and counting current and former elected officials, including our sheriff, Maxwell Wee, our state senator, Cheryl Kagan, our state delegates, Joe Vogel and Ryan Spiegel, our county council member, Sidney Katz, former Attorney General Doug Gansler, former county executive and Rockville Mayor Doug Duncan, and former Rockville Mayor Susan Hoffman. You can learn more about my endorsements and my priorities for Rockville on my website at vangrack.org. I was raised in Rockville. I work as an attorney in Rockville Town Center, and my very first job was in Rockville City Hall as a summer assistant. Now, I'm asking for you to send me back to City Hall so I can be a voice for our communities on the City Council and deliver results for the city that I love.
Now that you have heard from 11 City Council candidates that taped their statements, it's time to meet the 2 candidates running for mayor. Welcome back to Rockville 11's Meet the Candidates election special. It's now time to hear from the 2 candidates running for mayor.
Hello, Rockville. My name is Monique Ashton. Serving as your council member has been the honor of a lifetime. I've leveraged my experience as a business executive and community leader to unite Rockville and deliver results. Today, I ask for your vote to serve as your next mayor. I'll continue to work to make Rockville an even better place to live, work, and raise a family. Our family has lived in East and West Rockville for the past 2 decades, and I've served in leadership roles to support our city for the past 14 years. As president of the MML Montgomery chapter, I built strong relationships and negotiated and solved complex challenges like tax duplication, returning millions of dollars annually to Rockville for transportation infrastructure, public safety, and to support our city's budget and fiscal strength. I had the honor of serving as cluster coordinator representing 7 schools in Rockville and addressing school overcrowding. I'm an executive vice president with proven business and management experience. I manage large teams, contracts, strategy, and I have a passion to serve our city and bring an array of these skills to support our communities, schools, and businesses. This election is about selecting leaders who will listen, represent you, build bridges, and bring strategic thinking and consensus building. I believe that you expect leaders to not only ask for your vote, but earn it. And I am a results-driven mayoral candidate that has and will continue to advance public safety initiatives like helping to remove nearly 600 guns off our streets, supporting our police, and Vision Zero goals. I'll continue to make public safety a priority and make sure that our roads and sidewalks are safe for all. I will seek to foster strong schools and neighborhood centers and ensure that our city listens and proactively improves the quality of life for all our residents. I've helped to advocate against the expensive toll lanes on 273 Rockville and a bus depot in our neighborhoods, and served as a champion for our schools. I successfully worked with the county to advocate for school staffing and capacity. Some like to put housing versus strong schools. We need both. I will focus on smart growth around transit center that fosters workforce housing so that our police, teachers, and workers have a place to live in Rockville. As we chart our city's future, we must plan for smart growth that considers city services and infrastructure. We must also foster excellence for our multi-generational communities to ensure that we continue to provide great services, from children through seniors. I've helped Rockville move to a more proactive approach in economic development and supporting our businesses. I'll continue to work to attract businesses and bring vibrancy and vitality to Town Center, Rockville Pike, our Life Science Corridor, and neighborhood business centers. We'll activate King Farm Farmstead and Redgate Park and really revitalize all across our city. I will support our environment and ensure that Rockville has green spaces and that we are thinking ahead on climate change and mitigation. I've established our first composting program, expanded EV infrastructure, and accelerated initiatives that were previously taking a long time. We have some important decisions to make for Rockville in the months and years ahead, and together we will improve economic vitality and well-being for our city while also fostering a home-time feel. These are issues that I will continue to navigate with vision, integrity, and hard work. Join me in the positive movement. Please vote Monique Ashton by November 7th and visit MoniqueAshton.com.
I'm Mark Pershela, and I'm running for mayor of Rockville to provide the strong leadership and vision our city needs. A good leader does not shy away from making tough choices. As the most senior and experienced candidate in this race, I'm uniquely qualified to make those difficult decisions. As mayor, I will work to build consensus and reach solutions that we can all accept. The cost of housing is a top priority for many in Rockville. We need innovative approaches to address the needs of our residents, ones that concentrate new housing around transit centers and protect our neighborhood character. Effective community policing is critical. I provided the deciding vote for the new police station, increased police staffing, and helped create the Community Trust Ordinance, promoting collaboration among law enforcement, city staff, and our community. Our struggling town center requires attention. Local businesses cannot afford the rent, and many are leaving. We need a clear strategic plan and a multifaceted approach. As your mayor, I'll work with residents and businesses to attract the corporate investment we need. My wife Leslie and I raised our daughters in Rockville and have lived here for 27 years. I'm committed to building our community and the promise of a better future for the next generation. Rockville deserves a mayor who has an outstanding record of success. Under my leadership, we will focus on policy and doing what's right for all our city. I humbly ask for your vote. Together, we can build a better Rockville for all. My website is www.markforrockville.org. That's Mark, the number 4, Rockville.org. And you can reach me personally at mark@markforrockville.org. I thank you again, and please vote for Mark Pershela.
You have heard from all 13 candidates who accepted our invitation to record a candidate statement. Election Day is Tuesday, November 7, 2023. To find a complete list of all certified candidates and more election information, head to RockvilleMD.gov/election. For Rockville 11, I'm Kathy Dantzler. Until next time, Rockville.